And we are officially live. In there. We are officially live. So thank you everyone for joining us today. Um, we are talking about Forex trading. Like to always give you lots of great, useful information, business resources. So if you don't know, I'm Andrea Wilson. I'm the broker and owner over at Brickhouse Realty. We are a full service real estate brokerage here in Northeast Ohio. And one of my commitments, as we've been going through and dealing with the coronavirus, is to shed some light on some local or on small business owners, and just resources to help you get going and advance yourself, build wealth. And one of those ways is through Forex training. I've been hearing a lot about it. On my timeline, I actually know a few or have a few friends that have been somewhat seems to be successful in it. So I wanted to know more about it, and I wanted to share that information with you guys. So I have Charles with me. Charles, please go ahead and introduce yourself to everyone.
Well, yes. Thank you, Andrea, for this definitely platform that you have going. For me to be on here now is just, I'm thankful. I'm grateful to be here. My name is Charles Williams. I am, originally from Cleveland, Ohio. I do live in Houston, Texas now. I am a Forex full-time trader, so I actually do Forex full-time. Started Forex back in September of 2019. And here I am today, almost a year later, and a lot of good things have happened in the last 6 to 7 months, to where this opportunity has definitely changed my life, changed my family's life, to where I was able actually to retire from my corporate America 9 to 5 job, and now I do this full time. So definitely thankful to be here, and looking forward to a good session.
Well, I talked to a lot of folks, and a lot of them have Operation Fire My Boss on their to-do list. So I'm so glad you started off sharing that you can literally fire your boss potentially by doing this trading. So what can you tell me? What is it exactly?
So Forex is short for the foreign exchange market. All right. So the foreign exchange market is one of the largest financial markets in the world. Okay. You think about this, everybody always asks, what's this got to do with stocks? And the stock market is totally different from the foreign exchange market. You think about the stock market, that's basically tied to businesses, right? So the business is doing well, you make money in that stock market. If not, you lose money. And so, stocks are definitely tied to businesses, but Forex is tied to currencies. Okay. And so, just a quick example, you think of the stock market. So the New York Stock Exchange does close to about $20 billion a day. Okay.
Okay.
The foreign exchange market does close to $5 trillion a day.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
That's a huge difference in what the two markets do. Another thing is, you think about the stock market, it's only open 8 to 9 hours a day. And then it closes and you got to wait for it to open back up the next day. Now, with the foreign exchange market, it's open 24 hours a day, 5 days a week. All right. And so your movers in the foreign exchange market, obviously the biggest mover is your centralized banks. So banks actually are your biggest movers in the market. You also have, smaller movers like the insurance companies, hedge funds, mutual funds, like those are actually our movers too. And then you have retailers like us that are just a small little P, right in just trying to earn a little bit in a big market. So, that's kind of just a quick synopsis of what the foreign exchange market is. And it is actually one of the largest liquid markets in the world. So you actually can make money and pull that money out the same day. So.
Okay. So is this type of training or trading for the experienced person?
No, obviously, the more experience you have, the better your income claims can come from this. But definitely, like I said, for me, I knew nothing about Forex this time last year. Even I didn't even know what it was. So when my business partner currently, she actually introduced me to this opportunity. When she told me about it, I said, I don't know what you just did, because she showed me she made, $200 in 2 minutes, and I said, I don't know what just happened, but I need parts. You got to show me. So, definitely there's a lot of potential for beginners, and that's probably why you've seen so much about it online and everything else, is because people are starting to find ways to bring in extra streams of income, and this was
Hmm.
definitely one of the ones that you actually can tap into, invest into, and actually start making money within your first week.
Wow.
Mhm.
So, what type of money does someone need to really get started in this? Do I need to have thousands of dollars or a couple $100s?
Well, now a decade ago in the foreign
Mhm.
exchange market, you had to at least have half $1 million to even get started. This day and age, 2020, you can actually start in the market with as low as $50, right? And we can actually, there's different ways to show you how to actually grow and compound your account. Most people who really want to, start investing and take it seriously, I always at least try to tell people at least 500 plus, to start a good trading account and be able to compound it that way. But yes, you can come in as low as $50 and build up an account that way as well. But then obviously anything above that is definitely recommended.
Okay. So I know people that do day trading, right? And those individuals that I know that are doing day trading, like it literally is their full-time job. So for me, my passion is real estate, but I
Mhm.
do understand and realize I think that people need to be diversified in everything they invest in.
Correct.
But I'm always going to remain in that lane personally of real estate, right? So, and I have a lot of irons in the fire and doing a lot of things.
Yeah.
So it sounds overwhelming for
Mhm.
me. It's like, okay, I want to do it. It sounds interesting. I think I should be doing it, but now am I about to add another thing to my plate that I have to manage and kind of oversee? Is that what this is? Like, what type of time would I need to commit to this?
Like I said, when I first started, I was actually working, 10 or 11 hours a day. So I actually found time in between to actually, learn and start trading on my own. And so I definitely say for the beginner, if you can definitely commit maybe 2.5 hours a day to this, you can definitely start seeing some profits, start being successful in it. And then obviously, for the realtor like yourself, you're working a lot. You have opportunities in place to where you can still learn, but the company that I'm with, we have a learn and earn system as well. So you don't have to spend too much time with it if you just want to come in and just basically make an extra stream of income and really just spend an hour or less a day doing it. There's actually options for that as well. But for the person who wants to really take this seriously and start actually seeing some good income and start being able to replace, maybe a current income, or being able to bring in that extra source of income, I would definitely say if you can probably put more than 2 or 3 hours a day, you'll be more successful at it.
Okay. So I would almost rather have like, is there like a support group? And in that group, they're like, oh, make this move, do this, do that. And I can kind of just go to my account and make those moves
Yeah,
like done for you.
yeah. So I'm in an investment group called Trade House, and Trade House actually started by two brothers here in Houston, Texas, by the names of Brandon and Bryce Thompson. You can look them up. You can Google them. But what they did was they actually created a system to where you actually have a support group. You actually have a team that where you actually can start trading in a community and be able to talk and actually have intellectual conversations with people who are in the same, have the same mindset, have the same goals. For me, I'm still in Trade House, and so me and my business partner, we broke off and created our own subsidiary called Ace of Trades. So Ace of Trades actually, we have a team of about over 1,500 people now. We started in November, and it was 10 of us, and so now we're actually here we are July 15th, and we have almost 1,600 people in our group. And so that kind of thing is what you need if you're definitely a beginner in this opportunity, because what happens is a lot of people try to do this on their own, and they actually start losing money. They try to go to YouTube and try to figure it out on their own. And that's the problem that we're dealing with, is that people, when people do it on their own, they're not making any money. So then they say
Okay.
it doesn't work. And so, we found a way to have a community of people to where you come in, you can start talking, and then we actually have a copy and paste system to where we're going to give you trade ideas. We're going to tell you, hey, buy this or sell this. Here's your take profit. Here's your stop loss. So then that way, um, for the busy person like yourself, you can easily come to your phone. We call it money text. If I text you and say, hey, buy this, you just go straight to your app, click buy, put your phone back down and forget about it. Right. And so
Mhm.
let your smartphone work for you. But at the same time, if you want to come back to the group and say, hey, is anybody still holding, this or that, you still have access to that and still have someone to be that support that you need 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Okay. So
Mhm.
how do you know? So you said foreign exchange market. How do you know what to trade? Like you don't know any business. What can someone do, or how do they research outside, I guess, of the group that you're saying? Um,
So yeah, so to do research, you can easily just Google anything about Forex and you can find out. To get with a master trader to actually understand what's being traded, that's when you actually have to get with somebody who's more, I guess, advanced in the opportunity and understands, what's being traded, because there's four different markets, right? So I'll break it down. So we have a London market, we have a New York market, we have a Tokyo market, and we have a Sydney market. So that's the four markets that actually are in the foreign exchange market. So you have to know what currency is being traded during times, right? And so usually it's whatever market is open, those are the currencies that are typically being traded the most at that time. So obviously,
okay.
right now we're in the New York session because all the other markets start that time of the world is they're asleep right now. So a lot of trades that are going on right now typically have the U.S. dollar involved in them. Okay, and then obviously once the New York Stock Exchange closes, the Sydney Stock Exchange opens, and so then we'll start dealing with the New Zealand dollar and the Japanese yen and things like that. So you have access to literally trade all of those currencies, but you want to make sure that you're trading the right currency during the time frame. So we have master traders in place that actually study these markets and these currencies, and then you can always there's definitely different news apps you can look at. We use Bloomberg, Forex Factory. I use the currency strength meter, so you can always see which currencies are actually stronger than the other one, and then that way you actually know what's being traded at that time. So coming in, like I said, it's gonna be all foreign language, because it was foreign language to me when I first got started. But once you start to understand the way the market moves, and once you understand the way the currencies actually move, it becomes a lot more easier.
What do you think? So you left your job in what it seems to be a short period of time. What do you think added to your success? How were you able to kind of like fast forward or accelerate that to be able to leave the
So,
for
the first thing is like I said, what actually enticed me was when I actually not only saw my business partner, when I saw other people who had been doing it for a while, when I saw them make what I make in 2 weeks in literally 2 hours, I knew that this opportunity could easily take me to the next level. And so what I did was I took it seriously and I said, I got to learn this. I got to study this. Right. And because I want this to replace my 9 to 5, I didn't want to drive an hour to work every day. I didn't want to have to answer to the boss that I didn't like, from day one. And so, when I saw that, I said, okay, I got to take this seriously. I got to invest. I have to learn this. So what I did was, every day I came home from work, I literally, locked myself in my man cave where I'm at right now, and I literally, spent 2 or 3 hours a day studying the charts, studying the educators, being able to mark up my own chart, being able to read, candlesticks. I even downloaded the Candlestick Bible, and I literally studied that. And that's how I started, advancing my success. And we actually have platforms in place, but we have systems in place as well to help people get to a point to where they feel more comfortable at trading on their own. Get people to where they actually feel like this is, this could actually, take over their current income. So, for me, uh, I probably spent, 3 or 4 months studying. And then while I was doing it, I was still making, a decent amount of money. And then once I started to realize that I was actually making more money doing this than I was at work, and I actually had a good job. I had a great job. It's just when you get in corporate America, you start to deal with politics, and you start to actually
Mm-hmm.
realize, the fakes and the real people. So, once I started to realize that, and then I started to make the money that I was looking for, I was able to definitely replace my income and do that within a short time frame.
Okay. So is Forex just does that just stand for the foreign exchange market, or is that the platform that you also use as well?
No, Forex is literally just the foreign exchange market. The platform that I use is the IM Academy. That's where I actually learned everything that I know, and still learning. As a student of the game, there are people that have been doing this for decades. Here I am, only 10 months in, and I'm still a student. But at the same time, you can obviously learn forex from anywhere in the world. There's a lot of people out there that teach it. There's independent contractors that can charge $7,000-10,000 for a weekend course. Our CEO, Mr. Christopher Terry, he actually used to be a forex broker, and what he did was is he actually created this company because he was charging anywhere from $15,000 to $20,000 a weekend to teach this information. And so, the academy that I'm in, you actually have access to $1 trillion market for a low startup investment. And that's what most people are having issues with is they want to look for ways to make money, but they don't want to spend a lot of money to get started. And so, I've had access to this opportunity. Hello.
Sorry, I guess I have a bad connection.
Oh, okay. I was like,
I'm back.
I was like, I was talking to disappear. But I was just saying, you can learn this from anywhere. But at the same time, I use the IM Academy to teach me. But like I was saying, you have access to learning this anywhere. You can pay independent people $10,000 to learn this. You can actually go on college courses, like college. Actually, I know actually universities actually teach this anywhere from $15,000 to $20,000 for a semester. But for me, I found the cheaper way, the cheaper route to invest and actually learn it from home and not actually have to go to a weekend somewhere in Miami or wherever to learn this. I can easily just learn it from my home and then always have access to it 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on my own time.
So, what tips would you give someone who says, "Oh, I think I want to get started in this"? What do you think should be their first steps, or how to get started?
So definitely do your research. You definitely want to research what you're going to get yourself into and start investing into. For me, I'm always open if you ever want to reach out. I can do Zoom calls. I can call you on the phone, whatever you want. I'll be available to show you the way the IM Academy works, and basically be able to give you some tools and resources that you're going to need to start this opportunity and be successful in it. But like I said, there's a million ways you can start trading in the foreign exchange market. Again, my route that's made me successful is actually using the I Am Master Academy and being able to learn on my own, but also for them to be giving me the tools and resources that I need. And with the academy too, it's ever evolving. So there's always new products that are coming out. There's always new educators that are there. So they're literally showing new things every day, and that's what I love about it. And to be able to tap in to educators that are literally making 6 and 7 figures already, I actually just am following the blueprint of them and finding out what they're doing to be successful. And so that's what I found for me to be successful as well.
So, by doing this, you could essentially create like weekly paychecks for yourself, or almost daily paychecks.
Yep, daily, weekly. Like my team alone, we do a challenge where we say withdrawal Friday. So every Friday, we make the team make a withdrawal with the money that they made during the week. And it's a lot of people do compound their accounts, so they don't like to withdraw. But we like to at least show that we call it a belief check. So most times, people will see the money, but they don't ever believe it's real until they can actually pull it out and pull it into their bank account. And so we have that those options to where you come in, and you actually can get a compound plan, so where you can actually compound your account. We can show you whatever size account you want to start with. We'll show you how to make money in it, right? And then we'll actually show you how to withdraw it. And then we definitely have like CPAs on the team that can actually show you how to put that money somewhere else, so that you can start writing things off on your taxes and things like that. Because at the end of the day, we want to make sure that we're teaching how to do this, but at the same time, how to keep investing your money into other things. Because that's I think that's the issue for me that we were having, especially for our people. Um,
Yeah.
you know, we don't really know too much financial literacy. We know we can make money, but then we go spend it, at the mall or on frivolous things that really don't really bring money back to us. So, definitely teaching financial literacy, being able to teach financial freedom, has definitely been something that I love about this opportunity.
So you brought up a point that I was definitely going to touch on, and I think that is important, especially now than ever, dealing with the coronavirus and people being furloughed, just out of work, businesses not opening back up. I definitely think people have now realized more than ever that you need additional streams of income, right? And then on top of that, I'm just
Yep.
to be very blunt, in the Black community, we are starting to wake up and realize, like, oh, maybe we should spend our money, invest our money, and build wealth and everything, you know, around it. And oftentimes, and I can see it definitely happening in this type of business, where people become so skeptical about, oh, that's not going to happen, that they literally will talk themselves out of making money.
Correct.
So, what do you say for the people that are out there that have that mindset, that of just being skeptical or always thinking like, that's not going to happen, that's not real, that's not the truth? What do you say to those people?
I always tell those people, like, let me show you better than I can tell you, right? And we were talking, and what I've noticed is my business actually blew up when COVID happened. A lot of people started coming to me because a lot of people at first were like, "Oh, whatever you're doing, we'll just watch. We don't think it works, right?" And so I said, "That's fine." So I had a lot of doubters, right? So I had a lot of doubters that were definitely watching my story. But when COVID happened, people started losing their jobs, when people were at home, then actually people started reaching more out to me, and they're like, okay, I have time now to sit down. I have time to listen. I have time to learn because I see what's going on in the world right now. And so, I never, never look down on anybody. I'm always willing to help anybody, up, especially if they're willing to help themselves. And so, for those people, that are, skeptical or anything else, I say, hey, give me 30 minutes, on a Zoom, give me 30 minutes and I will show you that this is real. I will show you literally, the withdrawals that I can make. I will show you, how real this really is, because this opportunity has definitely changed a lot of lives, not just mine. Hundreds of thousands of people have changed their lives doing Forex. Again, plenty of different ways to get into it. But I definitely highly recommend you do research. But for me personally, my company, I Am Academy, I can definitely show you the way, give you the blueprint, and allow you to kill that skepticism and definitely be profitable and start making money and start bringing in extra streams of income into your household.
Okay. So it's a
Mhm.
couple of things I just want to recap here, just for anyone that's interested, and maybe you missed a couple portions. So to get into this, you roughly need about, you can get started with as little as $50, but on average you want between $5,000 and $1,000. Is ideal, but $50 will get you an entry point. To
Mhm.
join, Charles, to join that I Am Academy, is there a fee that needs to be paid to join that?
Yeah, so your initial investment, the academy offers different academies to teach you. The very popular academy that actually people sign up for is called, we call it the Elite Academy. What the Elite Academy does, or what it gives you, is you get access to the Forex Academy, so you actually can learn about Forex, the basics. What you also get access to is the cryptocurrency market. So start learning about cryptos like Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, things like that. And you get access to start learning about the binary options. So actually learning how to learn how to basically get in and get out of the market within minutes and be able to make money, right? And
Okay.
so, with the binary options, that's actually my wife's favorite. She's a person who refused to learn much about forex, but she wanted that quick money. So when she dug into the forex, or the binary options academy, she actually learned a lot, and she's now actually teaching people how to do it. She's only been doing it for like a month and a half now. So you definitely have access to like that academy, and that academy starts at 324.
Okay.
So $324 is your initial investment, and so then the academy actually charges a monthly to stay, tuned, and it's no contracts, so it can go month to month, and that one is 274 a month after that.
Okay.
And then you have the basic academy, which just teaches strictly about forex. That starts off at $234 your investment, and then your monthly is going to be 174. Now the academy does offer you kind of a scholarship program to where you could tap in, and if you share the opportunity with two people, as long as they get the same, I guess the same academy that you got, you can actually get your monthly wave. So
Okay.
that's the cool thing about them, is they don't spend money on advertising. It's basically word of mouth, and so you have access to actually waive your membership as long as you refer two people to the opportunity.
Okay. Cool. So
Mhm.
yeah. So really, you really want to come in and at least have at least maybe like $600 at minimum to pay for that. Have some money to get started investing.
Correct.
Um, some people are still getting, or maybe you haven't even spent that government check that they sent, the $1,200 or something. That probably was the best time
Mhm.
to use that
Yep.
extra money.
Yep.
But definitely another opportunity for you to just kind of build wealth for you and your family. So Charles, how can they reach you if they
Yeah.
want to
So
learn more?
definitely, you can reach me on Instagram. If you have an Instagram, you can follow me. It's going to be the letter C underscore Emery. So EMERY underscore SR. So senior. So C Emery Senior. You can follow me on Instagram. You can find me on Facebook, Charles Williams. And then, I'm definitely available for anyone that has questions or wants to learn how to get started. Like I said, I don't mind showing the opportunity over and over and over again, because at the end of the day, I do believe that this could be a breakout for a lot of people that are definitely experiencing financial hardships, financial times. Um, but you will be able to come into this opportunity to be successful in it. And I would never make sure that you definitely lose any money. I would always make sure that you're making money, and you be profitable coming into this. So definitely reach out on Instagram or Facebook. I'm here, and I definitely thank you for this opportunity.
You are welcome. So there you have it, everyone. So whereas I sell probably the most expensive thing on the planet, which is real estate, here is another opportunity for you to make some money, generate wealth for your family. So for joining me. If you are not already, please like or subscribe to the channel. Always provide resources, tools to help you grow. I'm actually doing a Zoom call later today at 7 p.m. to teach you about how to go about owning real estate, no matter where you're at in the process. the starting point. If you want to invest, if you want to buy as you're a first-time home buyer, it is the starting point. It's a 30-minute session, and I will provide the link on here so you can join that. And thank you for joining me today, Charles.
No
We
problem.
definitely have to get back together again to provide some additional information for folks.
Yeah.
And so we will see you next time.
Thank you. Thank you again.
All right.